Are you in sales? Are you a professional that is responsible for figuring out how to find your own clients? I'm Greg Towne, and I know exactly how you feel. I'm fighting for you, and I am in your corner. Each week, I answer your questions on marketing, sales, and flat out how to take your business and your income to the next level.
So, the first and foremost aspect in the entrepreneurial mindset is getting yourself out of obscurity. Obscurity is going to be the kiss of death no matter what business that you're in, whether it be real estate, whether it be financial services, whether it be investments. Obscurity is going to be the kiss of death in any business out there. Before tonight, how many people here knew my name? For you that didn't, I apologize. No, don't shake your head. That's on me. That was me. I have to get out of obscurity. I have to get myself known out into the marketplace and stuff. And if you think about it, by being a business owner, by being a leader, we're wired a little bit differently. The schools and the educational systems, and I'm by no means am I slamming the teachers or the educators of today's world. A lot of good friends of mine are teachers and stuff. But schools are not in the business of training people to be good leaders or good business owners. They're in the business of training people how to be good employees. And so, I'm a product of the Albuquerque public school systems in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and just out of curiosity, I wonder if they had, if we picked up some of the same things down there that you guys picked up here. So let's see if we can fill in the blanks. Better safe than, yeah. A penny saved is a penny. Money is the root of all. So you guys learned the same self-limiting beliefs up here in Washington that we had way back down in New Mexico? Interesting. As entrepreneurs, we're absolutely wired differently. And how we're wired differently is we have to get out there, we have to, what I refer to as, we have to create noise. We have to get ourselves noticed. We have to break out of those self-limiting beliefs that so often you see, for the people that they stay in that what's called that safe land. And that safe land is 40 hours a week for 40 years for whatever I can retire off of. And the ironic thing is that for those of us on the entrepreneurial side, that's the scariest plan out there in the world. And so you have to always be looking at, how do I get myself known? How do I step out? How do I create some noise? How do I get people to recognize me? How do I get people to notice me? And so, that kind of leads into, people getting started into their business. Because while it's really great and wonderful in theory to just kind of sit there and go throw up my shingle and say, hey, I'm leaving the 40-hour gig and I'm going to the full-time self-employed gig. But as David talked about, there's these things called bills, and I like this one here, this Disneyland one. I want that one. And then we have to pay like this stuff off and stuff. So a lot of people, they kind of start into what I refer to as that side hustle. How many people here have ate dinner in the last couple of weeks? Okay. Yeah, think about your dinner plate. Most people's dinner plates and stuff, you'll have kind of like your main piece of the meal and stuff, like your protein and your good stuff, your main dinner plate and stuff. And then you'll have like some, like a starter, like a salad or something like that, and maybe like some veggies and stuff over here, and your drink, and if you've been a really good boy, your dessert over here and stuff. But you kind of have that 80% of that meal and stuff is kind of like that main plate and stuff. That's kind of like when you want to get started into your own business. Is your main hustle, your 40-hour gig, that basically helps you cover the bases and stuff. That starts off as your main gig and stuff. That's kind of like your dinner plate and stuff. That's like your 80% stuff right there. Well, then you start looking into, okay, what can I do outside of those hours, from like the 5 p.m. to the 10 p.m. or the 9 p.m. or whatever it works into and stuff. What can I start doing on the Saturdays and Sundays? What can I do with maybe like a little side gig, like with an Etsy, or like a reseller, like with Amazon, or within real estate, or starting up kind of a consulting company, or maybe starting in kind of doing some computer work on the side and stuff. So that becomes what's called the side hustle. And I've always, and the funny thing is, growing up, a lot of times when people tell me, it's like, oh, I can't be a business owner, I can't be an entrepreneur. I just don't come from an entrepreneurial family. Same here. My mom got her nursing degree the same year that I joined the Army. She stayed with the same hospital for 20 plus years. She only worked at that one hospital. That's where she retired from. My dad basically worked for two major employers for in his entire adult lifehood. First one with the Department of Fish and Wildlife, the second one with the Federal Aviation Administration. I did not come from an entrepreneurial mindset. As a matter of fact, my very first business, you'll like this, it was actually when I was in middle school, and I had two suppliers and stuff. I knew how to stack up my suppliers and stuff so I would get the best deal. One was 7-Eleven, the other one was Circle K. I would go to them, I would buy candy. I would take it to my middle school locker. In the middle of school, I would resell the candy, of course, for a profit. To me, I had a great business. Until Mom found out and kind of shut me down. That was my first experience with government regulations. But I always had kind of what I refer to as like this side hustle. And even when I was like in the Army, my side hustle was this little Amway business, this little network marketing. I mean, yes, I was Sergeant Sudsy. And, but I mean, it's like I always had I always loved that concept of basically having my little side hustle. And so, while everybody out there would love in the concept of being able to get out there and start their own business and just, go full force, sometimes we still have to cover those basics and stuff. We have bills, we have things that, those expensive living expenditures like, I don't know, electricity, food, mortgage, gas in our car, stuff like that. So we start looking at how do we build up that little side hustle business to where it can eventually become your main hustle business. And then from that aspect, that buys you that freedom of your time back, the freedom of being able to, work the hours you want to work, be able to take on the clients you want to take on. And so it's interesting. I was actually on a call earlier, first thing this morning and stuff, and it was referred to as everybody can do anything, anything they want in starting up a business. You just have to first off have the have the ability and have the desire.
CEOs see it clearly in the profit and loss statement. Managers feel it, and your customers notice it. The difference between a motivated and inspired sales staff and those that are stuck in a rut. The question is, how do you get your team to the next level? Is there something you can do to break through the resistance and help them get the right mindset to grow your business? The answer is yes, there is. But you're not going to do it with one of those cheesy inspirational speakers or a self-proclaimed guru. What you need is someone with a proven track record in sales, marketing, and leadership. A person that can give key insights in an captivating way to give your team the right tools to succeed in today's marketplace. Meet Greg Towne, experienced leader, innovative thinker, and elegant speaker. He's ready to deliver the message your people need to hear. Not with a canned speech, but with a customized, dynamic keynote designed to deliver results. Bring Greg to your next event before the competition does.